picking it up here in the clean and jerk session. Both Chase and Matt were going to work up to what their would-be openers would be for nationals. If you watched some of the other videos, we mentioned that Chase is going to pass on nationals this year. There's a lot going on job-wise. His body's also been pretty beat up from moving around, not having the best training circumstances. They completed openers right before this, and when they hop back into clean and jerks, the warm-up usually goes pretty fast. I know Matt particularly likes to make large jumps and doesn't like to do a whole bunch of weights when he's doing both lifts back-to-back. Doesn't like to do a whole bunch of lifts in the clean and jerk. He has been working on some things positionally, a lot of stuff in his front rack, making a few adjustments right before he transitions to that jerk. This clean and jerk session for him was really good. It was one of the better ones he's had recently. I don't think he missed any lifts in the clean and jerk, and all the jerks looked pretty solid. So we'll pick him up here at about 120. Chase and Matt typically have around the same clean and jerk. They're both in that 155, 160 range. Matt's made a little bit of headway recently just because he's been a little healthier, and he's been able to train a little more consistently. We'll see Chase here pulling himself down into a setup. Nice little easy pop. He's doing one pull, one clean, one jerk. Just getting a little more work in, working on some of the positional aspects of his lifts. Part of the issue here is you're going to see that in these lifts, Chase has had some deal catching his clean recently, and this is just all part of being sore, being beat up, and having a hard time getting into training rhythm, training groove with all the moving around that he's done. 120 is not anywhere near a limit lift for him. He just got to get back to feeling the bar. And we'll see Matt here hop in and get a 130. If he's planning on opening at nationals at 160, probably clipsing the 170 kilo mark on the clean and jerk. 130 should be a pretty easy lift for him. And of course it is. No problem there. And we're going to see Chase get on the bar here and see him go at 130. You'll notice these guys take a little time in between the clean and jerks. They're only working up, doing singles. Although I did mention Chase is doing some of these with one pull, plus clean, plus jerk. And that's just a reflection of him trying to get a little training stimulus in. Matt is solely going for singles here as he hits openers for nationals. And you can see Chase press through that weight a little bit. He's obviously not happy with the way training's going. It's been pretty rough. He's getting the proverbial balls busted a little bit, trying to have a good time with him, but getting to lighten him up and just laugh a little bit about training. Got to enjoy your training. These hard training cycles like this, they'll break you down for sure, so you got to do something to keep your sanity. Here's Matt picking up back in on that 140. In the previous videos, we've talked about his hip needing to stay down a little bit more off the floor. We don't have a RDL type model. We teach a little lower hip position off the floor. It's about as smooth as it's going to be for 140. And nice easy jerk. So one thing we have worked on with Matt is just trying to get him to open his elbows a little bit more before he jerks. 140 is pretty easy for him. He can jerk it in bad position, but when we get to the heavier weights, that's really when we want to see him have this thing locked in. It's Chase giving it a go at 140. Clean's pretty easy, pretty standard stuff. Just not feeling it today on the jerk. And you can see that Chase just got a little lightheaded. That's why he's bent over. He's cleaning that weight up there pretty easily, but he just doesn't have his air. Something's off in his breathing pattern. He's just getting a little lightheaded, a little dizzy at the top of that clean. So here we're going to see Matt go to 150. Nice, easy, smooth, clean. As usual, it's what we like to see. And pretty solid, stable jerk. He rushed a little bit on his recovery. We'd like to see him hit that lift, stick and stay a little bit more, and not be in such a hurry to gather and recover his feet. So here we go. Here's Chase. He's going to give it another crack at 140. Again, you'll notice the clean is not the problem. Sometimes athletes, when they're in the bottom setting up for a lift that they're a little unsure of or if they had trouble with before, they'll keep exhaling in the bottom position. They won't inhale. It can cause them some problems at the top in terms of getting their air. So you see when he gets to the top of that, he's gassed out. He has no air, can't breathe, and it makes jerks virtually impossible. So here we go. Here's Matt 160. This is his opener for Nationals. And he's going to go out on a real solid note here. Caught this thing pretty far forward, but he's able to save 160, stand it up, and the jerk is not a problem. So we're pretty happy about that opening lift for Matt and looking forward to him hitting that at Nationals. Chase is going to give 140 a go one more time. It's just something he's trying to get his confidence, and you'll see the same issue that he was having before. I think he's probably just sitting in that bottom position, exhaling a little too much, not taking any air in. But some days you're going to be like that.